Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to another scene for Living World of Darkness, Rage Across New York. And we will be picking up right where the last scene left off, which means that 10 Point is belting full sprint across the veiled portions of the sept in Lupus, favoring one of her feet ever so slightly, but still making good time because Lupus is just one of them gosh darn fast forms, wouldn't you know? And what's going to happen? What's going to happen is she's going to come careening up to the Shrine of Fenris and to her packmate who has been stuck at the Shrine of Fenris for darn near 3 days now. And instead of doing her usual polite pause and her little bow and her baring throat and the kneeling and no, she comes running straight up and pops up on her back legs to put her paws on Dallas, leaving at least one lovely blood stain, and proceeds to, in a very distressed tone, which is somehow conveyed in the Gru tongue, to say, "What did you guys do?"
So, let me get this straight. 10 Point just barrels up to Dallas and
like
jumps up on her?
does paws uppies, yeah. It's not aggressive. There is nothing aggressive about it. In fact, her tail is tucked completely under her body.
You jumped up on a woman who's sleep deprived and agitated.
Yep.
You're getting decked in the face.
I'm going to laugh at you. She's on 4 lethal.
Well, you know.
I'm just saying. Let me set scene.
I already did.
Where?
Werewolf dice roller.
Okay.
Doesn't have the fancy name.
Well, you know.
I'm just saying. 6 bashing will kill her.
Wow.
That is awful.
Uh-huh.
Well, 6 bashing will make her rage heal. Jesus.
No, well, yes, it will make her rage heal. Yeah, like I said, she's leaving massive blood stains on you.
She didn't know. I mean, oh.
She came up limping and jumped on you, and you were immediately getting, like, soaked in blood from one of the pawsies. She is blatantly terrified and injured.
I don't know how I feel about this.
Give a second. Let me write something in the side chat.
Please do. One way or the other, bro.
Is Dallas actually going to go through with hitting 10 Point? Only time will tell.
Dun dun dun. Now, you know what? I will play accurate to the fact that that's a lot of lethal, so allow me to say this isn't just favoring a foot. There's like blatant limping and non-use of one of her legs.
4 lethal?
It's 4 lethal.
Given that, if she sees 10 Point rolling up on her, like, how flayed is the paw?
There was a knife stuck in the hand and twisted.
Jesus fuck, Aiden.
Yeah. I should say she's probably not using that foot at all.
Then...
So it's a mad scamper, but it is not a very, very graceful scamper.
Then
one foot is remaining tucked up.
Dallas will throw her then, kind of toss her off.
You are welcome to shove her.
Yeah, that is what she will do. It's just toss her off.
That's okay. It's not hard. She is a lupus and on her back feet. Pretty much any pressure is going to send her one way or the other.
And Dallas will just look down at her. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Something is happening with Darcy. What's happening with Darcy?
She's gonna look down at 10 Point.
She's still tail completely tucked, mind you.
The fuck are you talking about?
Aiden has gotten messages from Darcy. He is very angry. Something is going wrong. I need to know what's going wrong. She's scrambling back up from the dirt.
Go find Felix.
I can't find Felix. He doesn't live on Sept. And Aiden broke his phone. Do you not know anything about what's happening?
I need to talk to Felix. I want you to, because they're in the Umbra right now. Go into the Tellurian. Go into the cabin. Go in my room, and use the phone to call Felix.
And I'm going
Tell him to come here to the shrine.
Okay. And sorry, so she will pick herself up, and I'm going to assume a steady amount of just okay. But yeah, she's going to pick herself up and start the same mad scramble dash back to the cabin through the Umbra because she does not want to run into Aiden again. And scuffle scramble into the into about the appropriate spot before she will cross over. Successfully, I think. Yes. But yeah, she will slip across, take time to shift back to Hamid, rifle around until she finds the phone, and then fumble with it a good bit. But yeah. After a good bit of fumbling, because let's face it, she really doesn't know how to use phones very well, but she has witnessed it many times. She will eventually find where it says Felix somewhere on this phone and poke it enough times that it starts making the calling thing.
Hey, roll me a D2. Heads, you see some things you don't necessarily want to see. Tails, you're fine.
And she probably does not give a shit. Let's face it, she's pretty panicked right now. Even if she sees it, it is just like, whatever, booty. Awesome.
Nice. Nice.
You know, I will roll for lulz so for her to pull that up later.
It'll be a delayed reaction bomb.
It is.
Oh. Yeah, you're gonna see some lovely pictures of a certain someone who Dallas happens to be very fond of.
Well, that's fantastic, but she is frantically poking the phone until it does what she wants it to, which takes an embarrassing amount of time, but eventually it will start ringing, and she will fumble it with thankfully her good hand, since that is the one that is not bleeding gratuitously everywhere.
Yeah, Felix picks up, and he's not exactly the best of moods. And he sees it says Dallas, and yeah, he hits the call button. He's like, "What is it, Dallas?"
Raya, it's not Dallas.
I see.
I need you to come to the Sept, Raya.
Is it on this side or the other side?
Dallas says she needs to see you too, so the other side at Fenris's shrine.
Fenris's right. We're gonna say that over the phone. Gotcha. I will be there as soon as I can.
Okay.
Boop.
Yeah, she just lays the phone down. She doesn't know how to end a call. She just lays it there. Thankfully, smartphones end calls automatically when the person hangs up, so that works out nicely. And she just kind of sets the phone there. We'll take some time to rip off some of her clothing and bind up her hand. And actually, you know what? We'll make an adult decision and finally just say fuck it, pull out a Gaia's breath, waffle, stick it back into her bag because she still needs to do some hopping across the gauntlet.
Yeah, after some time, Felix runs across the street, and let me go ahead and roll that. To hop into the Umbra once he's in the veil protected area.
Yep, gonna scooch over towards the heart and hop over there because fuck it, it's easier. She's gonna go out the back door though. She ain't going by Aiden again.
Smacks his head against it. Waits an hour. Tries again.
Nice.
Where were you? Where were you? Yeah, an hour later, someone who is normally very punctual is late.
Dallas has planted the hammer into the ground slightly, and she's kind of leaning back up against it, just kind of singing to herself the lyrics of Shoop.
Shoop,
Yep.
babe.
Yep. 10 Point has gotten there and hunkered down alongside her and has gotten to more thoroughly dressing her hand. She's
Felix
leading to a lot of padding.
Jesus. Felix is all blue and glowy and like stomps his way up and he says, what the fuck is going on?
10 Point, back to the cabin. Make yourself scarce.
But
Do I
Why?
need just... She's going to look right down at 10 Point right in the eye. Go. I will call you back when you are needed.
she just kind of slinks off with, she may not have a tail to tuck right now, but you can sense it. And she just kind of creeps off in that direction, staying Umberside.
Once she's sure that 10 Point is gone, she's going to look at Felix. Darcy did something. Darcy spilled something to Aiden because apparently he's all worked up and he sent 10 Point to question me.
Yeah, she did seem to send a text at the time.
So she's gonna kind of like rub her face. I'm getting to the point where it's been 70, almost 70. Pardon me if I get a little bit punchy, but you talked to her, you met with her, and now we're at the launch sequence, which has gone way ahead of schedule.
Yeah.
So, what are we gonna do?
Well, look back into exactly what I know here. Give me a second to look at my texts. Pulls his phone out of his spider satchel and starts scrolling through it a little bit to look at what he has obtained so far as I stall. Right. I don't know exactly how much he knows. But, she did it again.
Look, the easiest thing to do is just get him here, and we tell him.
Yeah.
And I got your back. Because we didn't do anything wrong.
We just didn't tell him right away.
Because we were deciding how to best do it. And I'm sure at the moment he may not understand that, but I'm sure he will get to that point. And it's better if he hears it from us than her.
This is really bad fucking time. Because if he frenzies, look at where your feet are, and you, for fuck's sake.
You know what? If he frenzies, and I manage to subdue him without moving from this spot, I'm gonna look at Scotbard in his face and I'm gonna laugh.
It's a challenge. No.
Then I'm just gonna give him a shitty grin. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then again, if that happens, you'll be a Falstern, and who the fuck cares what I think?
Well, I mean, me, a little bit.
Aw. No, I'm mad. Fuck.
And Dallas is just, all right, I'm calling him here. And she's just going to go over the pack link to Template and Aiden. I need you two at the Fenris Shrine, Umberside. Both of you.
Aiden's walls are up.
Okay, then with the walls up, 10 point. Bring Aiden here to the shrine.
You can feel the cringe.
Tell him that there is information he needs, and we will give it to him.
10 point is going to do the mental equivalent of knocking on the walls, hopefully.
Nope.
The mental equivalent of banging your head up against the wall.
Pretty much at this point. Oh, she's so sad. Yep, she's gonna creep back over to the Karen Hart and cross over. It's a good thing she's at the Karen Hart. And yeah, then traipses back towards the cabins, less than pleased, but will at least move quickly. And we'll, you know how normally there's a certain line where she does the whole kneel and bow throat thing? That line is about twice as far away right now.
They're drinking quite heavily out of the skull, slopping all over him.
Raya.
He'll look over and, I mean, his eyes will glare and glint as the skull hits the table and looks at her. I thought I told you to get Dallas.
She can't move, Raya.
Then why are you here?
She and Felix are waiting.
She and Felix, eh? What do they want?
To tell you what you want to know, Raya.
The hand reflexively curls into a fist. Very well. He slowly rises up as he looks down at the skull and stares at it. His eyes kind of narrow a bit. Looks at 10 point. Just nods to himself slowly. And will walk past 10 point, almost practically shoving her out of the way.
Oh, she takes it. And just kind of meekly follows behind.
And he will go to the Cairn House.
Yep. Do you want me to ferry you across, Raya?
Does not reply. And yeah, goes over.
She will resume, meekly following him back to the Shrine to Fenris, and along the way is going to pull out that little clay bottle and smash it, and spend a point of gnosis.
So yeah, Dallas and Felix see Aiden and he looks rough as shit. His eyes look kind of glinty, hair everywhere. There is some of blood on his clothes as well, which you can assume is 10 points blood.
So, who's taking the lead on this? Me or you? Just look over at Felix.
I think after the last talk we had, it's going to be me.
Fair enough.
Hey, Aiden. Old buddy.
You have exactly 30 seconds to explain to me what the fuck is going on, Felix.
Right. Not feeling friendly. Okay. So, what do you know?
Apparently, someone messed up. And she's there with you.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else?
No, she wanted me to go to her.
Awesome. I told her I'd talk to you about it. So, here we go. Darcy has been waffling about the procedure. Are you familiar with the term waffling?
Yes.
Okay. She's been waffling about it. For a while there was a bit of confusion between me and Dallas here about what exactly was happening. Newsflash, Dallas. Apparently she's changed her mind, so that doesn't matter anymore. But there was a point in time where she was ready to go ahead with it. Now, here's the part that really sucks. She had a vision. Are you cool about me talking about this in front of points at 10 point?
Get to the point.
Wow. Okay. She had a vision. She recognized a street sign, went to that street, and put herself in danger.
Fist clench. She dead?
No. Not yet. She's not even hurt. Well, beyond what you already know. Look, I don't know what all you told her to do and what not to do.
I told her to keep out of it. What's she done?
She went into the bar and talked to the bartender, who was pretty loose-lipped. Apparently, he was asking if more kin should be murdered, to which she responded, nah. Not exactly like that. I'm being an asshole. She basically said no. And mentioned something about an old man. The bartender mentioned something about an old man. That's for me, not for you. It doesn't matter. Push it out of your head.
It matters. Who the fuck is this?
A glasswalker. It doesn't matter.
Then why the fuck is my wife freezes and meeting with a fucking glasswalker?
The guy wasn't a glasswalker. The old man was a glasswalker. Is a glasswalker.
What's this got to do with her?
Information that she found from the bartender. Keep up with me.
Again, there's an eye twitch.
So, at some point, she was out there helping us. And then you told her not to, and she did anyway. She came to me with this information, and I told her it was fucked up. I told her you needed to know. Here we are.
So what's happening now that she's telling me she's messed up? You look at the two of them.
When she had a vision, she saw herself shooting someone and then going into this bar. That someone is someone that we know. It's the same individual that changed his face to look like Alana and also killed and tortured Kin.
Right. He takes a rage. I'm on 3, so I'm not in yet.
Look, I don't know what's going on between you two. It's none of my fucking business. But, you know how she is. The one cure she has, she can't get. All of us have said no. The 3 of us. We have each said no. So what is she going to do? Sit down in a hospital bed? She wanted to help Aiden.
So you're telling me all this is her fault?
I'm telling you not to be pissed at her for wanting to help you, dude.
What else?
Dallas is just going to look over at Felix.
You mean what else?
Is there anything else before I know everything? Anything else you want to share with me? Any more secrets?
Yeah. Dallas will pipe up and she'll look over at Felix and just kind of shrug her head a little bit. Or shrug her shoulders. I'm no longer in her employ.
I mean, Felix is seeing more like a lightning bolt.
Yeah, Felix is just looking at Dallas with daggers.
Why?
She wanted me to keep secrets from you pertaining to all this mess.
Secrets from me? What kind?
She'll kind of gesture over towards towards Felix. Everything that he said. And to get my compliance. She threatened one person I had told her that I cared about.
She threatened you?
She'll not.
What'd she threaten you with?
A non-specific threat towards the person I cared about.
Explain non-specific. I need fucking details.
Out of character, I don't exactly remember right now.
Okay.
She has eidetic memory, but it was like something along the lines of something could happen to those you care about or something. You rewatch this scene. But she will convey that basically what she did was threaten Karina's well-being.
Alright, I'm gonna spend willpower as I gain a rage. A good thing I did.
And she'll look over at Aiden. And it elicited the kind of response you would expect out of an R-room.
I mean, all three of you see, yeah, he's close to frenzy. Keeping it in, barely. Like, I mean, he's shaking.
And she'll kind of gesture towards him. It's exactly what happened to me.
So let me get this straight. She's manipulated? Went up, kept secrets behind our back. And then in turn, has now given them a face to use. Made us
No.
a target.
They were already using her face.
Right, perfect.
That wasn't her fault. She's on the fucking news. She's been on the news. Because originally, you asked her to help.
Dallas's eyes go a bit wide.
He'll
Jen
whirl
quite
around.
conveniently shifts. She's been settled next to his ankle, but shifts ever so slightly, so when he whirls, he'll like actually bump a leg against her.
Oh no, he just doesn't give a shit. He goes right into Felix. I asked her to help and not fucking make it out public. I told her, keep it quiet. But did she listen to me?
What do you want me to say, Aiden?
Well, it's easy for you, isn't it, Felix? You have your fucking happy ending, don't you? It's easy for you as well, Karina and Dallas, isn't it?
Aiden.
I'm fucking stuck here. I can't see her. Because and now I'm finding out that she's doing this. When I've given everything. Everything. My fucking blood. My oath. And you want to sit there going, oh no, it's whatever, Aiden.
No one said that. Don't put words in my mouth. She is walking on borrowed time, trying to help a husband that she loves. I get it. You told her to do something and she didn't do it. Put yourself in her shoes. Are you just going to... Don't make me say it. Do not make me say it.
Say it, Felix. Go on.
Are you just going to let her sit there and die?
It's been another willpower. Oh god, yeah. Felix sees it.
So, going to see her has a strong chance you're going to piss the spirits off. I'm a theurge. We are always going to piss the spirits off.
That's easy, isn't it? Just like, I'll go see her. Sacrifice everything, sure. Lose it all. Everything. It's easy, just like that. Just like fucking that, I suppose, Felix, right?
I have nothing else to say, Aiden.
So that's it then. Is that everything? Or do I need to know fucking more?
No. That's everything.
Looks at Dallas.
She's yours. I'm not going to try and step in between that. But I want nothing to do with her. All I'm going to see when I look at her is exactly what you would see in my situation.
I'll take that responsibility.
Right. He just stands there, festering. Right then, since you've all had this revelation with me, he just licks his lips. I guess I'll go and sit and watch my wife die then. He'll start walking off.
Yeah, unless anybody else stops him, Felix is going to wait until he is totally gone before he says anything else.
10 Point will cast a glance to the side to see if either of them have any particular desire for her to stay, but is obviously somewhat anxious to follow.
Dallas is just going to give her a look and sort of an impulse over the pack link that he will hurt you so much worse right now. Do not go to him.
So she pauses for a couple moments and mulls over it. As long as he doesn't have a blade, Raya, I'll be fine. And better me than someone else who happens to pass by.
No, I couldn't order you to stay here.
You can, Raya.
She'll look over at Felix.
Yeah. Over the course of what has just happened, Felix has since gained a rage, which is not enough to roll because he's a fucking theurge, but he's taking deep breaths. He is white-knuckled, and he is very firmly biting his tongue.
So yeah, at least initially she'll let Aiden get some distance on her. She pretty well knows where he's going, so she can always catch up.
Felix looks at Dallas and says, "Is your pack link shut down?"
She'll just kind of nod. Keep things private.
I'm gonna wit subterfuge that. Just as he would. 6, 10. What's the rate? 6, 1. 4 successes.
Yeah, no, she's not lying. She's telling the truth. What you can get with 4 successes is she just doesn't have the energy right now to really argue with anybody.
Excellent. So Felix starts to pace and growl some. He says something along the lines of, "She sent her to do something against our enemies, and then she does something that puts her in danger. Kind of forgetting her enemies. And then marries someone else while dating her, and then me and Dallas try to protect her because you can't fucking see her because of the oaths you made. Ugh.
Dallas is going to reach into her coat and hold out one of the bottles of water that 10 Point brought her yesterday.
10 Point just going to shrink a little bit.
I thought 10 Point went after
No.
Aiden.
She stayed behind because Dallas was urging her to. She is not live channeling.
Excellent. Felix looks at the water bottle and back to Dallas. You need that more than I do. Sorry. Fuck! What the fuck is anyone supposed to fucking do around here? Political marriages. Jesus fucking Christ. By the light of Gaia and everything that it touches. Nothing was ever meant to be like this. Nothing was ever meant to be like this.
I know. He's...
I'll tell you what he is. I'll tell you what he is. I love him to to every hellhole nearby and back. I do. I love that guy to death. I would burn for him. He is a fucking idiot.
For what it's worth, Reyes. The knot in his belly, it's back, and it's tighter. It's much worse, and it's eating at him. I thought that the hunt would rid him of it.
So you pushed him towards the hunt of the man that killed his father.
It was something he wanted anyways. It seemed like the source. It's the wound that's festering underneath it.
What possessed you to put him in a position where he's going to be in the fucking mental state he's in while his wife is fucking dying?
What do you think I've done?
Look at him.
That is because of the messages. He was very calm before.
Yeah, that 1,000-yard stare he's had over the past, what? How many days, Felix? 6, 7?
I don't know.
That's healthy.
I had begun to bring him back from it, Raya.
Yeah, I'm sure you fucking did.
She just kind of hangs her head at that point. I'm sorry, Raya. It had loosened. I thought it was gone. I thought we could finally bring him back around to being simply himself. But as soon as he started to act himself again...
That's not how Hamets work. 10-point. That's not how humans work. In order for us to move on from anything, we have to have closure.
It should have been closure, Raya. It was all he wanted. It's why he came here. It's why he crossed an ocean. It was for that man's head.
And did you stop to think about what it could do to him mentally? How... You know what? Just go. Just go. Because I have an urge to just smack you in the face with this hammer. And I wouldn't want to deprive Aiden of the opportunity.
And so
Before
she...
you,
Oh,
sorry.
go ahead.
Before you do heal up 10-point, you look like a fucking mess.
I did, Raya. I just haven't taken off the bandage. And she'll go ahead and start unwinding it, tucking the bloodied mess into her swag, probably in a little plastic baggie or something first. But her hand, while there's still some dread blood on it, has been healed back up. Thank you, Raya. And she'll slowly get herself up and just kind of go ahead and remove herself from this situation, heading towards the Cairn Heart to cross over.
Felix is going to raise a finger to Dallas and jog after 10-point, just outside of earshot.
When she hears the jogging, she'll pause.
Yeah. He'll get in real close. You're still not broadcasting, right?
No, Raya.
Aiden did this to you?
There's a distinct pause, but it's really easy to read that the answer is yes.
What was the lesson?
He thought I was keeping secrets again. And he thought I was lying to him. He thought that if the two of you had known something, I would have heard it. And he thought I was keeping it from him.
Or good Omega 10-point?
I try, Raya.
So... We're more than welcome to try and see through that.
I don't know that I can.
Oh, I also realized I need to add... oh, no, that is minute. Nope, I don't have to add anything to that. Sorry.
Yeah, I will. It's what? With subterfuge?
Yep.
I only have 3 dice. I can't see through it.
Excellent. Excellent.
Is it very convincing then?
It is very convincing.
Then he'll get kind of... I mean, she's still obviously downtrodden after getting talked down by Dallas, but he gets like a weak smile and a nod. And yeah, the thank you.
Be careful. Stay safe, and Gaia be with you.
She nods politely again. I'll do my best, Traya. And we'll turn to continue her walk to the gallows.
Felix heads back to Dallas. Says, "Well, that went about as well as fucking predicted."
Could have gone worse. Said some things I wasn't exactly happy with, but they needed to be said.
Out of character, did she say you, like to Felix?
Yeah.
Okay. He nods. I gave him Helen back when he started this mess. And it got to a point where I just knew that I couldn't say anything anymore because it didn't matter. The Seekers needed that resource, that contact so fucking much. So fucking much. I hope it was worth it. I hope to fuck it was worth it.
I have no idea, Felix. I came in after all this started. I have no political aspirations, no machinations of any kind. I am. What you see is what you fucking get with me.
Neither did Aiden.
He will destroy himself to make this political alliance work.
Yeah.
Nothing I can say is going to stop him, and I doubt there's anything that you can say that will stop him. All I know is that this fucking spirit vow that he's made is killing him. And honestly, I'm not a Theurge. If it were me in his situation, I'd say fuck it. If I knew that Karina was going to die, and I had every opportunity to get to her, and the only thing that was holding me back was any of this, it wouldn't stop me.
Just two things, Dallas. Number one, don't ever. If anyone ever asks you to marry for a political reason, the answer is no. The answer is always fucking no. And two, brace yourself. Because he's probably not going to calm down anytime soon. And you've got about half an hour left. He's probably going to come back with some rage to dispose of. So,
Well, that's the hard part of my challenge. Dealing with all of the Seps, chucklefucks that want to come up here and get their free shots in at a Modi that they normally know they couldn't.
if that's what you think the purpose of the challenge is, Dallas,
I know what the purpose is, Felix. I'm saying it's not going to stop a select number of them from looking at it that way.
people are stupid.
Yep, they are.
Aiden's stupid. 10 points stupid. You're stupid. And I'm stupid.
Aiden and I especially. Him with the mage and me with a fair fuck.
Yeah, well, yeah. Good luck with that. I'm gonna go get something to drink before shit hits the fan. But I'll be back to watch.
Just raise a brow at that. Watch.
Got 30 minutes left. You think everyone's sleeping right now?
No, not hardly.
Brace yourself. And Felix turns and walks away.
And Dallas will cross her arms and let out a breath. Look at the shrine. Fenrir, give me the strength I need. And I think if that is it, this is where we can call this a scene. Thank you, players, for playing. And thank you, watchers, for watching.